students. So before we begin with our new topic, that is coordination, I have given you the homework. I hope you have done this. So I'll give you the answers of those fill in the blanks. So the first one is basis of all other function is known as planning. What it is? It is planning, because planning is the base for all other functions, right? The second one is work accomplishment as per plan is controlling, because in controlling we find we compare between the actual performance and the planned performance, right? So work accomplishment is controlling. The third one is establishes authority responsibility relationship. The answer is organizing. Whereas some of the students have sent the answer is delegation. Delegation is not right, because we were talking about the functions of management, right? So here authority responsibility relationship has been created under the organizing, because in organizing we are going to create the departments, right? The fourth one is injects life into an organization is known as staffing. Injects life means introducing a lifeblood into an organization. So the answer is staffing. And so now we have done with functions of management. Now we will start with the next topic, that is coordination, and that would be part 7, right? Our topic is coordination, and as the term says coordination, coordination means establishing the relationship between the departments, right? Between the levels of the organization, between the divisions, right? And in this way, here the definition or the meaning says integrates or bringing together all activities of an organization, right? Integrating or bringing together all activities of an organization is known as coordination. And coordination, it is also known as synchronization. What it is known as? Synchro. synchronization. Synchronization. Synchronization means harmony, right? So where harmony they are going to build? They are going to build the harmony between the departments, between the levels, and within the whole organization, right? I hope you understand the concept of coordination. Though coordination is the function of management, right? But it is not considered as the function of management. It is considered as the essence. It is considered as the essence of management. Now, why it is being considered as the essence of management? We'll understand this by one, right? The first one is it is needed to perform all management functions. It is needed to perform all management functions. We have studied the management functions, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. Now how coordination is going to play a role, we will understand, right? See, when the planning is being done by the top management, so top management do the plan for the whole organization, right? And keeping in mind what all other resources may be available, then only they can plan, right? The plan should be very practical and very feasible, right? It should not be something very blur. So then organizing comes into a role. According to the plan, the organizational structure is being set. The departments, divisions, sections which are the part of organizational structure is being set, right? After that, the staffing comes into a role. How staffing comes into a role? Like when organizational structure being developed, according to the organizational structure, the people are going to be recruited. The people or the employees are going to be recruited according to the organizational structure. Now the fourth one, directing. See, directing is also known as the executive function of management, because plans are laid where? At the planning stage. In execution, and those plans, policies objectives are being executed in directing function, right? Hence the coordination plays role over here for executing the policies, right? And the last one is controlling. In controlling, how coordination plays role as by matching the planned performance with the actual performance, right? And whether the planned performance or whether the results are fruitful or not, right? In controlling function, it has been analyzed. So in simple or within very normal example, we will understand these functions, right? These 5 functions of management: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling. These are the flowers, right? Whereas coordination works like a thread. It assembles all these functions together, and then only it forms like a garland, right? Without the coordination function, these functions are of no use. Have you got it? So the next one is the why it is considered as essence of management. The second one is required at all levels of management. When we have studied the levels of management in our previous video, we have seen that there are 3 levels of management. The first one is the top level management. If you have not seen the previous videos, then go to the previous video and check it out, the levels of management video, right? So top level management, in between it is middle level management, at its lower it is lower level management, and it is also known as supervisory level of management, and it is also known as operational levels of management. Now how coordination is going to play a role in these 3 levels of management? See what top management do. Top management means CEO or CEO or CFO, right? Chief Financial Officer, Chief Executive Officer, Chief Operational Officer. What they do is they plan for themselves. No, they plan for the whole organization, right? They plan for the keeping the objectives of whole organization. So here top management, the functions, the coordination plays a role. Now how in middle level management coordination plays a role? In middle level management, there are various departments, right? Middle level management, there are departments, there are divisions, right? So every department has their own objectives, yes or no? So keeping the coordination or keeping the synchronization between those departments, middle level management plays a role over here, right? So hence the coordination is important in middle level management. Now at the lower level of management or operational level of management, in operational level management, what we do is, or what these supervisors do is, they get the work done through the workers, yes or no? They direct them, they get the work done, and that is the only way. When there is a proper coordination between the supervisors and the subordinates, then only the work can be accomplished within a time frame, right? Hence required at all levels of management and needed to perform all functions of management becomes the essence of management. And one more thing that is very important, essence of management or coordination is the important function of management, is also because when you've seen or when the company has to survive in a long run, right? If there is no coordination between the departments, between the people, between the organization, right, the company is going to fail. So coordination plays a very important role over here. So now the next point is importance of coordination, right? So when we talk about importance of coordination, we'll be seeing 3 points, right? And we'll consider these 3 points as the importance, right? The first one is growth in size. The second one is functional differentiation. The third one is specialization. So one by one we'll understand this, right? When we say growth in size means when a company is large, right? When a company is large or it is growing. So keep in mind, whenever the company is growing or it is a large organization, it is going to employ more workers. Yes or no? If it is going to employ more workers and those more workers or more employees, and those employees will be having their own individual objective. Yes or no? So coordination helps here so that individual objective is in coordination with the organizational objective. So here individual objective should be linked with the organizational objective. And whose responsibility it is? It's the responsibility of managers, right? So hence growth in size plays a role over here. The second one is functional differentiation. When we talk about functional differentiation, we are going to divide these two terms. The first one should be the functions. Functions. On the basis of functions, the difference is made, right? And what sort of difference is going to be made? On the basis of departments. When we talk about departments, we are talking about departments. On the basis of differentiation, on the basis of functions difference, the departments are being, functional difference, the departments are being created. See, there will be production department, yes or no? In every organization, there is going to be finance department, there is going to be sales department, there is going to be HR department, research and development department, that is known as R&D department, and so on, right? So if between these departments, if there is no coordination, is it possible that organization is going to achieve its objective? No, it is not possible. So it is very important for the managers to keep the coordination between these departments. Though these departments have their own objectives, but the main objective they should be considered first. Let's take an example. If the sales department asks the production department to produce somewhere around 15,000 units, but production department manager refused to produce it. So in that case there will be a chaos, there is going to be a confusion, there is going to be a hurdles, there is going to be a problems, right? So it is very important that there should be a synchronization between the departments. Hence it is known as the functional differentiation. Now the third importance here is specialization. See, as a term specified, specialization. Specializations mean a person is expert in his or her field, right? See, now in modern times what happened is every individual from beginning to now they are being qualified into a certain field, right? So what they do is they don't listen to anyone. They don't listen to anyone, they feel that they are the only experts. So it is so very important that those experts should listen to each other, and there should be a proper synchronization between their ideas, between their thoughts. So hence specialization comes here into a role, right? So with this we have completed the importance of coordination. Now the next topic is this is the last one, that is nature and characteristics of coordination. In coordination we have studied the meaning of coordination, we have seen, we have studied the essence of coordination, we have studied the importance of coordination. So the last one is nature and characteristics of coordination. There are total 6 characteristics. One by one we are going to see. The first one is integrates group efforts. Integrates group efforts means we know that, or we can understand this by, you know that coordination cannot be possible for one person, right? There should be a number of people. Then only the coordination is going to play a role. Yes or no? So it binds or it brings together everyone's efforts towards achieving the organizational goal. So it becomes integrates group efforts. The second one is ensures unity of action. Unity of actions means that every individual efforts should be towards the one common direction. Unity of action is going to show one common direction. What it is going to show? It is going to show the everyone effort should be directed towards the one organizational goal. That is why it is being created as a direction, right? The next one is continuous process. Continuous process, we can say that coordination is from planning to controlling. We can feel coordination everywhere, right? Because there is a synchronization between these functions, as we have already studied. Now the fourth one is all pervasive. When we talk about pervasive, even in management, we have seen pervasive is something which is applicable everywhere, right? With same in the coordination. Coordination is pervasive because it is applicable everywhere, whether it is a profit-making organization or non-profit making organization, whether it is a big organization or a small organization, whether it is a top level or a lower level, right? The fifth one is deliberate function. Deliberate function means it is not created by itself, right? It is something coordination establishes, like when manager has to coordinate between the departments, right? They have to synchronize between the department. This function is automatically created, right? Hence it becomes the deliberate function. Deliberate function which is being automatically created by the managers when they are being supervising or when they are being executing the functions, right? Or executing the policies. The last one is responsibility of all managers. Coordination is not only the responsibility of top or a middle or a lower, though it is a responsibility of all level managers, right? See, what top level manager is going to do is he'll be coordinate between the middle level management. Yes or no? The middle level management is going to coordinate between the top level and the lower level management. And now what the lower level management is going to do? The lower level management is going to coordinate between the workers, supervisors and subordinates. Yes or no? So it is the responsibility of all managers. Now till here we have completed our coordination. Now your homework. The homework for today is, the first one is name the process by which manager synchronizes the activities of different departments, right? You have to name it. The second one is coordination is the third one is which characteristics of coordination helps in identifying that coordination is applied everywhere. So you need to identify it. And in the next video, we will be solving the case studies, right? I hope that you all have got the books, right? So I'll let you know, and because from coordination, most of the case studies being come in your board exams, right? So in the next video, we are going to solve the case studies, right? So for now, I hope you all are well, and if you find it difficult to submit the homework, you can comment it down, right? And if you have any problem, anything, just comment it below. So for now, thank you everyone, and I hope you all are good.